Today we're out here at Fiber National Raceway for the Napa Auto Parts Monster Truck Nationals Night of Fire. With us here we've got Robosaurus, the guys from Robosaurus, the pilots, and the whole team here that gets this thing going. Brooke, tell us about what you guys have going on out here.
Well, we've got Robosaurus, which is the world's largest transformer. He weighs 30 tons, he's 45 feet tall, and he rips apart anything in his path. Cars, planes, buses, we don't care. Our pilots know how to do this, and they do it in such a dramatic way, it makes the crowd go crazy.
Okay, so Adam and Sean are your pilots for the Robosaurus. Now, how do they get up in there?
Well, actually, they could tell you, but the best way to do it is the head comes down,
yeah,
and they jump into the top. There's a cockpit, but it takes more than one. Just the pilot is in there, but we have 3 guys on the ground that help him: a director, a videographer, and another guy that makes sure everything's out of his way.
The whole ground crew to make sure everything is safe while this is going on.
Safety first.
Absolutely.
Safety first with Robo. Excitement is number one, but safety is our prime concern.
Absolutely. So you guys get this around to events all over the country and even outside the country, right? Tell us about that.
We went to Australia last year. Put it in the bottom of a ship. It weighs 30 tons, so it was just like King Kong in the movie, you know, in the bottom of the hull. So off he went. It cost a lot of money to get him there and back, but we were there for 30 days, and that's why we missed this event last year.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are out of country, but you're back now. Where else would people be able to find you guys now that you're back in the States?
We're going to Florida in June. We're going to be in New Jersey. We're going to be up in Buffalo. We'll be in Pennsylvania. We're going to also be in California for the big air show, and we've got a July 4th show in Las Vegas.
So it's not just about the monster trucks, but you guys are doing air shows and charity activities and other things as well, right?
Well, we'll do a charity activity, help raise money for good funds or for good causes, absolutely. But yeah, we do air shows, we do monster truck rallies, we do drag strips, we do whatever. We'll do bar mitzvahs and birthday parties. We're not proud. We'll do whatever it takes. Robo is here to please the audience. We have a lot of fans.
So when you guys come to shows like this, you guys steal the show. They have to put you at the very end. You're the finale. What is that like?
Well, it's a thrill. It's a thrill. These guys get standing ovations. In fact, they can tell you, when they come out of the cockpit and they have to tip their hat, they love it. They love it. Yeah. Am I right?
It's all for the kids. It's all for the kids. It is all.
They love it, and the kids love them. They're signing shirts all day. These guys had to sign over 5,000 autographs yesterday.
Wow.
We ran out of Sharpies. Oh, that's a plug for Sharpies. We ran out of pens.
Right on. Now, you guys have some cool stuff here that people can pick up, some merchandise. You've got coloring books. You've got some other things that people can purchase. So take some Robosaurus home with them, right?
Absolutely. We've got T-shirts. We've got some posters and pictures, and then obviously we have a coloring book. It's a fact book, tells you all about Robosaurus, and our guys will autograph anything. They'll autograph the posters you bring up, the hats you bring up. These guys will do it all day, all night until they have to ride the Robo.
Right on. But Robosaurus is the thing that so many people come out here to see because this thing is so massive. You just don't see this all the time. Tell us about some of the technical specs of the equipment itself.
Well, he's 45 feet tall when he's up to his height. He's 30 tons. He's got over 10 miles of wire in there to control him. He's controlled with hydraulics, and we've got about 20,000 foot-pounds of crushing power. So we can take that car and just smash it and rip it right in half. So, and that's what the kids are here to see. In fact, that's what the adults are here to see.
Absolutely.
They may lie it's for the children, but the adults are here just as much.
Absolutely.
And it's kids love toys, and it's just how old are you and how big are your toys.
Yep, absolutely. So how many kills have you guys had with this thing now? How many cars have you crushed? How many airplanes have been destroyed? Buses?
Countless.
Yeah,
it really is.
The number is way up there. We have had no actual kills. Again, we're safety first, so no one actually dies. It was amazing. We were at the school the other day doing a charitable event, and every question was, how many people get killed? None. We do shoot lasers out of the eyes, but they don't blow up anybody.
Visual effects only.
Visual effects only. Smoke, but the fire is real. The heat is real. These guys will tell you it gets hot in that cockpit, and they're in there for a long period of time. We're thankful. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. We were thinking it's going to be 110 degrees. It's in the 80s. It's gorgeous. A nice light breeze. We're very happy to be here.
Well, let's light up the night tonight with the Robosaurus, you guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Brooke.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Appreciate your time, guys.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
And just when Mike thought he had escaped the clutches of Robosaurus, the Boogie Monster and some other monster rigs pulled in to raise more fury.
We're speaking with Bigfoot driver Dan Runty. Dan's out here. He's one of the most famous Bigfoot drivers, definitely one of the most daring. Some of his accolades include jumping a 727.
Landing was hard and it was rough, but we got it done 202 feet.
Wow, that's still a standing record.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. So you don't just use this thing to crush cars, Dan. You get out there and you really show it off, all the different things that it can do. Tell us a bit about your truck out here.
This is actually Bigfoot number 16.
Number 16.
Yeah, it's fully sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment. Firestone has a lot to do with our program also, but you know, it's one of the newest truck. It is the newest truck. We're actually working on a chassis now in the shop that will be a little bit better than this one, but it is the newest out of the 7 trucks that Bigfoot's running, the newest chassis that we're using.
What are some of the safety features that have been put in place that you've seen over your career?
For in the instance of a side slap or a rollover, you're just not getting beat up. That's probably one of the biggest things we've done over the past couple of years is just get custom fit seats in there so you're not taking the beating.
What's different about being on a drag strip surface like here at Firebird versus some of the stadium events you might do, some of the dirt tracks?
The asphalt's always different. I mean, we build monster trucks for the dirt. You know, the asphalt just isn't forgiving. In a side hit or any kind of hit for that matter, dirt gives, whether you believe it or not. I mean, if the dirt's out there for 30 years, it still gives under a monster truck or it slides. When you come down on asphalt, it sticks, and when it sticks, it whips you. You know, it's just a harder surface to run a monster truck on. Donuts are tough on this stuff, you know, because like I said, it is so tacky. The braking, the hitting, the jumps, the way you land, and when you're in and out of the throttle also breaks parts the same way. So your timing's, I would say, a little later maybe than it would be in the dirt, because wheel speed in the dirt, it's just going to spin if you have too much. You know, there's a lot of variances in
Sure. Now, Firestone gives you guys great tires to work with, but they still got to be cut a little different than how you might cut them on a dirt track, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the front ones on here, we run a fairly bald tire just because of the contact surface on the blacktop. Where in the dirt, you know, the cleats that we cut on the tires may be 4 inches tall.
Yeah.
The back tires are my front tires in normal conditions, and I have a real aggressive set of cleats for the back.
Yeah.
Here in Phoenix, I have a great fan base. I mean, I have people come down from Albuquerque that help me out up there. So a lot of the people that I have helped me at a lot of these events are spectators as well, you know. It's friendship, but it's fun, and we still try to keep all this family oriented. I say it a lot of times, if it wasn't for kids, I wouldn't have a job. Well, and a lot of our fans now, because Bigfoot's been in business for 35 years, are old fans.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a pretty awesome deal. But the fan base and being able, it's not like drag racing, it's not like NASCAR. You know, we're getting ready to do a pit party here in a second where we'll actually sit down and do meet and greet with the fans and sign autographs. You don't get that in NASCAR. You don't get it at NHRA. It's what got monster trucks where they are, and I think what's kept monster trucks as long as it has.